A few weeks ago, I was in a rut. And what a rut is basically a period in your life where you're not really being productive, you're not getting things done. And I was in that. I was kind of like laying around, laying on my bed, not doing much. And I decided to do something that worked for me in the past. It might work for you, so listen up. I got up from my bed, and well, first I went onto my floor. I sat on my floor. This is kind of weird, right? But I'll explain. And on the floor, I was still on my phone watching like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. But I sat on the floor. I changed my environment. So I was sitting on the bed, which I was fairly comfortable with, but it was kind of like a thought loop where I was always on that bed and I could never really escape the confines of that bed if I didn't leave it. So I changed my environment. I sat on the floor. And then I decided, let's stare at a wall. Because what I've done in the past is I decided just to stare at my wall. And I said, let's just go silent. For the past 2 weeks, you haven't been getting anything really done. So let's just try this at least once. So I sat and I looked at the wall. And my intention was to not really do anything. I wouldn't have like an intention to like think of a new video idea or think of a new business idea and be really productive when I sat down. I said, I'm going to sit down and whatever happens, happens, but I have to stare at this wall in complete silence. And so the first 5 minutes, you're kind of, your ego gets to you and you're like, yeah, I can do this. I can look at a wall. Come on. And you start staring at the wall. You're like, I can just be bored. And then you keep staring at it and you're like, okay, maybe this is kind of useless. I'm getting kind of bored. Let's start thinking of ideas. And I'm sitting there thinking, I could like record this video or I can change this part of my script for that. Okay, that's interesting. And in my head, I'm getting ideas of being productive. Not getting ideas of watching like YouTube or being unproductive because that's not that fun. Because thinking about success is a lot more fun than thinking about watching a YouTube video, right? Because no one like thinks, I can't wait to watch. I mean, yeah, some people think, I can't wait to watch a Mr. Beast video, but they're more excited about thinking about, I can become a millionaire if I have this idea. So I start thinking, I start brainstorming and start thinking. And I get this itch. Not like a body itch, I'm not itchy, but a mind itch. Because I'm thinking about all these great ideas, but I can't do anything about it because I'm staring at a wall. I have a new idea for a video that I want to record, but I'm staring at a wall. I'm nowhere near my computer. I can't record a video on the floor. I can't do that, so I'm staring at the wall. I go, okay. So I could. That's a good idea. Maybe I could just go over to my computer and record it really quickly. Maybe I should do that. No. That's work and that's boring. And okay, I'll just sit here for a little bit longer. So 5 minutes pass. I'm still thinking about that idea of making that video, making that script. It really starts to eat away at me. To the point where I'm sitting there and the pain of boredom and sitting there and not resolving an idea that I have in my mind is a lot worse than sitting down. Or it's a lot worse than like accepting that I have to work. So at some point I'm just accepting. Okay, at least let's just turn on the computer. Let's just turn it on. We can go there, turn on the computer, and just look at the screen. You don't have to do work. You just have to turn it on. That's easy. I mean, you can just go over to your computer and click the on button. It takes no effort. So I click the on button, and I look at my computer. And I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here. I can at least maybe, okay, here's what, I'll open up my recording software and I'll just look at it. I mean, it's just open. It's just a button. I have to like go here, type OBS, and then click the button. And I don't have to record, but I just opened up OBS, and then it's there. Then I open it up, and I'm like, you know what? This is not bad at all. I'm just going to record the video. I mean, like, come on. Like, I'm sitting here. I look like an idiot. And there you go. My 2 week rut that it was in the unproductivity that I had for the past fortnight, which is 2 weeks if you don't know, it's not just a video game, was completely resolved after 30 minutes sitting on the floor and then 5 minutes sitting at my computer opening up a software that I needed. And now you might think, Well, I'm too smart for that. I understand that I'm trying to trick myself when I turn on the computer and I sit there. I understand it's all a trick to try and get myself to do it. But wait a second. What if I told you that you can really turn on your computer, set up your computer, and if you really, really don't want to do anything, if you really don't want to make that video or write that script or do whatever work that you know you need to do, then you have full permission to just sit there. Go ahead, sit there. And then look at the open Word document or the open recording software or the piece of work that you have to do. Go ahead. I'm allowing you to. You don't need to trick yourself. You can allow yourself to just sit there in boredom. But what's going to happen eventually is that you just have to do it because you're getting so bored that doing the action is just a lot easier than withholding it. And the only reason this is possible is because, well, one, you took away your phone and you're staring at a wall. So you can't default into, oh, that's so hard, let me at least turn on my phone and watch TikTok. You don't have that escape route. You basically blocked all the doorways. And what happens in a room, if you block 5 of the doorways and you leave one open, eventually you can't resist but to open that one door. And so when you put away your phone and you sit on the floor, you're basically closing all of those doorways. Before, you had the option of opening up that other door called TikTok and watching some TikToks, and then you go back down into the spiral. But when you close them all off, it's not possible anymore. If you find that helpful, then I'm glad. I'll see you guys. Bye.